Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to Metro.co.uk, health officials on the African continent are raising the alarm over a potentially mutating strain of the deadly Ebola virus in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. The current outbreak, caused by the Bundibugyo variant of the virus, has exhibited unprecedented severity, logging over 4,000 cases and causing more than 1,800 deaths as of August 5. Dr. Jean Kaseya, the Director General of the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC, stated that studies are being discussed to determine whether the virus is mutating. Concerns are exacerbated by insufficient contact tracing in the region, with only about 10 contacts identified per patient instead of the typical 40. In response, health officials plan to scale up their strategy by shifting from contact tracing to an active door-to-door search for cases in hotspot areas like Ituri. While there is currently no vaccine specifically targeting the Bundibugyo strain, experts hope alternative Ebola vaccines could help curb the mortality rate. Internal conflict, violence, and displaced populations in the DRC continue to complicate containment efforts. US President Donald Trump has indicated that artificial intelligence will be a central topic of discussion during an upcoming summit with Chinese leader Xi Jinping. In an interview with the political news outlet Punchbowl News, President Trump stated that he expects the Chinese leader to visit the United States within the next few weeks. While reflecting on his previous visit to Beijing in May, Trump reaffirmed his plans to host Xi, noting that he had previously issued an invitation for a summit scheduled for September 24th. Reporting for NHK, it is clear that both leaders intend to engage on critical technology policy as part of their bilateral dialogue. The White House has not yet provided further details on the specific agenda items regarding AI, but the mention highlights the growing importance of the technology in international relations between the world's two largest economies. Spanish authorities are on high alert following reports of a potential second mass migrant crossing into the exclave of Ceuta. According to CBS News, law enforcement is closely monitoring social media groups where discussions about an organized push on August 15th are gaining traction. This comes just over a week after a massive surge saw 72,000 migrants reach the territory, most of whom were subsequently returned to Morocco. Officials suggest the initial surge was driven by human trafficking networks and misinformation regarding a Spanish Supreme Court ruling. While the court ruling limited the immediate return of migrants from border areas, officials clarify it does not grant asylum rights for those who cross illegally. Meta has stated its teams are monitoring the situation in real time and removing content that violates policies against facilitating human smuggling. Pathologists report that 80 migrants died attempting the previous crossing, and authorities are now acting to prevent further loss of life. According to Nippon TV News, NNN, a tragic school shooting occurred on August 7 at a school in Nonthaburi, near Thailand's capital of Bangkok. A 14-year-old student opened fire on the campus, killing 5 teachers and injuring more than 20 others. The boy subsequently committed suicide at the scene. Subsequent investigations by local police revealed a grim prelude to the school attack. The boy's grandparents, with whom he resided, were found dead at their home. Authorities believe the teenager murdered them prior to arriving at the school. The handgun used in the shooting reportedly belonged to the boy's grandfather, and the youth had prepared a large amount of ammunition, firing dozens of rounds in what appeared to be a planned assault. According to police sources, the boy had recently expressed severe stress and dissatisfaction to people around him regarding the strict educational policy of his grandmother, who was a former teacher. Investigators are currently conducting a thorough inquiry to determine if this domestic stress was the primary motive behind the killings. Al Jazeera reports that separate prison riots across Sri Lanka have left 3 inmates dead and 23 others injured. The violence began late Thursday at the New Magazine prison in Colombo, where one inmate was killed during an attempted breakout. On Friday morning, 2 more prisoners died during a riot at Ceuta prison. Police also deployed tear gas to control protesting inmates at an open prison in Negombo. Public Security Minister Ebola told Parliament that the incidents appeared to be coordinated acts of sabotage linked to narcotics dealers and rival gangs, promising a comprehensive investigation. However, human rights activists point to critical overcrowding as the root cause of the unrest. Sri Lanka's prison system currently holds over 39,000 inmates, despite having a total capacity of only 10,000. Many of those detained are suspects awaiting trial under strict bail laws for minor drug offenses. To address the backlog of over 1 million court cases and reduce the prison population, the government is planning to amend the Constitution to extend judges' tenure by 2 years. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.